taking machinery to the church for, but appreciate it all the same. Thank you very much. Jokes aside, the scene set and Crazy versus Team Liquid. The fact that Nitro is coming into this with the expectations of a good, close game means we certainly should as well, Henry. Let's see. Jumping into the action with what does seem to be a lean towards A. Liquid flashing themselves in and off to the races. Esperanto up towards the Palace side. Actually, I'm getting confused. It looks like the player cams will be
We've got a bit of issue. We've got the HUDs obviously a bit bugged out. Alex, cast the screen here, you'll be all right.
Let's work off this one. As for now, the bomb does go down. Otto working his way towards the connector side of things. Already they're pushed up though. Elysian, Stewie, they've got control of the jungle. Bomb down. Letney, Nexa towards CT. They start their advance. They do not have a kit yet visible. Could already be littering the battlefield. Nexus closing in. Good connection from Nav with a P250. You see why you pick it up on the pistol. Not bad from Letney, but he'd have to be the hero. Doesn't have the time, doesn't have the resources. That's going to be Liquid with the opening game.
Well, there we go. We will sort out the HUD right now. We can see the minimap is all over the place. But still, it was a very strong round from Liquid there. And the P250 of Nafly doing absolute work here in the pistol round. You can see what it's designed to be utilized with. It's the range and the one-tap potential. We see him get 3 kills in total. And Crazy can't do anything about it. A couple of kills for Letney, but that's about it. I do agree with the death. It's fascinating that Team Liquid are confident to play Crazy, who have a 100% record on this map so far, towards Mirage. It says a lot about their current mentality and how strong they're feeling on the North American side.
Yeah, it really does. I mean, their map stats in general actually were just absurd. You bring them up after, you know, I spent a week looking at that map stat graphic. I hadn't seen something quite like that. I think 70 being the lowest, everything else just juicy, even a couple of hundreds sprinkled in there. On the newest addition to the map pool, no less, Vertigo, not to be seen yet. And the second round is off to a flying start. They've actually gone for the scout. We've got some CZs and that Mag 7 on Letney.
Yeah, this is a full investment, and it's difficult to make this work. It's not like Inferno, where you can hold up really tight choke points. It's a very open map and has a lot of points of access. We'll see if they can find the 1Ds or the spray downs of those CZs. Letney does have the shotgun. He's positioned towards the bomb site right now, just underneath the apartments, and Stewie 2K with decent map control towards that connector. Molotov towards Shore to allow Ali to investigate towards CPL, which is a point of contention these sort of rounds. Needs to be very careful. That happens a lot. If you do not flash it and have trade potential, it can cost you a key frag like that. It's a rifle given away.
Oh, it could not have gone better for Hunter. He didn't actually lose any points of health either. Now he's got the AK. He's got full Kevlar and helmet.
Yeah, it's such a risk to even challenge that room with no utility, but they'll have to learn their lesson the hard way. Still with a good chance of winning the round. They'll make their way towards the A site with Stewie 2K in that connector. Yeah,
Twist just caught a nade though. Nitro's gone. Look at that. The flash from Esperanto. Stewie, however, does get the first from connector. Next is on for a flying finish 3 in the second round, and that's going to get the crowd leery. You heard from Nexa, lots of interesting lessons learned in those interviews with Banks. Not only does he say that he's quite light on the calling on the CT side, enabling fragging, well, delivering already 3 in this round alone. Great work with the CZ. His teammates kind of setting him up for that one and then just getting the cherry on top with Naf, who has been a consistent presence in Palace so far.
The CZ, it steps up. They give away a kill at the start. They have less manpower than they intended at the start of the round towards the A side. They get sprayed down and punished. They'll have to force themselves in response. We'll see 3 Desert Eagles, a Tech 9 for Nitro, and an attempt towards that A bomb site from Naf. It has cost him a lot of HP, down to 28 there. They still have 2 smokes and a couple of flashes, but what do they do with them now? They need a bit of fortune here, someone to overextend, and maybe Hunter could be the one offering himself up.
A lot of teams are going to have their eyes on this game. Haven't seen much from Liquid, of course, acknowledging that they have spent a week and a half boot camping, playing every single day, no days off. Flash doesn't catch him, but Esperanto still falls to Stewie. Good pick off by Liquid. They don't really have the resources to make a round out of this one, but with an AK in the hands of Stewie, anything is possible. A 2-2 split for the remaining CTs. This time they flash it and they're not going to make the same mistake again.
See how much better that is.
That's a little easier.
More comfortable, yeah. They just need to work off each other, and one mistake has been remedied now on the Liquid side. They actually have the 4-on-3 advantage and a rifle for Stewie 2K, of course. And now, do the CTs react? Do they want to push? They have Letney alone towards B, but he has the shotgun in a pretty prime position. It allows Otto and Nexa to hold strong toward the A side, but Mac 10 could be a bit of a one-and-done position, but the low HP stands up and doesn't spot the feet. Does he get away with this one? I'm not sure. Twist will punish him. That is so unlucky. He was spotting that position while Crouch. He stood up and lost that vision the moment that Nafly crosses over. That's very unfortunate.
Yeah, that's face to palm for sure. Not going to be happy with that one. Nexus on CT, just hoping that Galil will connect, but Naf, he was so low, he's still breathing. He started this round catching a nade and a Molotov. Down to 28, he's got himself not only still heart beating, but he's been distracting. Big part of the death of Otto, big part in the death of Nexa. Not necessarily converting it himself, but the numbers are there. Double for Twists in this one with this SMG. And so Liquid will respond. It will be quick back and forth fair. We've seen these go for some time, actually, Counter-Strike these days. We've seen those rounds go, the tiebreakers, the tennis style of Counter-Strike, back and forth.
Absolutely. It's a very interesting position we're in with CSGO right now. It seems like every team is so well versed in the Deagles and the CZs and understand how to get the very most out of very little. It's very difficult to contain, and Liquid keep 4 players up there as well. What a bounce back into the game. They take the lead 2-1. I'm assuming we'll see more of the same here from Crazy as I see a shotgun purchase once more, and we've got a scout, an M4, a couple of pistols, and every chance to cause some damage going forward. Lovely positioning there from Twists. As we get into round number 4 here, will we see any sort of aggression from the CTs? Very common to push up towards top and middle, especially when you're desperate for a kill. Letney pushed the B apartments last round, but didn't find anyone there on his travels. Otto using the scaffolding towards short now to get himself in position, looking for any players crossing over towards the mid boxes, but the flashbang is spot on. He surely will not be able to find one here as he takes a lot of damage, down to 48.
Such limited utility. It will be Hunter and Letney who will be able to slow them down with their smokes. If this is, you're wondering what CT spawn looks like, that's it. Also rotating towards the ramp side of things. Stewie, in the meantime, will be their late presence in middle, supported by Elige. Now, no surprise, is back in Palace, the king. Looking to remind us of why he is seen in such high regard. Great work. Twist walks out, but what on earth did Esperanto just do? He's beheaded Naf and Stewie. Esperanto looking to double up, and he's actually tagged up another. Hunter draws their fire. And that's actually softened 2 of them up perfectly for Otto's scout. They are prime targets. He could even maybe hit the wall bang. We'll boost Twist in the meantime, though, and that's nice. Lovely play from Team Liquid. They're getting away, but so much damage has been done. Letney's mag 7, lethal as well. Hunter with the CZ won't be able to win the duel versus the AK. It makes sense. I think Letney realizes too tall of an order. Elige's AK is on the hunt. Doesn't manage to close the gap enough. And so as the golf clap comes in, so does the 3rd for Team Liquid.
Well then, not quite as explosive for Crazy there. Team Liquid looking very comfortable with their mission towards the A bomb site. You can see Naf getting all the information as to where they were. Molotoving towards the shadow position. Esperanto hits some remarkable shots there. They've got boatloads of talent on this Crazy side, but for now they will be silenced with a full eco.
Esperanto is such an interesting conversation. In a recent interview with HLTV, he was talking about the transition from being a mechanical pug star into fitting into your first real team. I mean, a team with a whole game plan, having to work as a team, flash each other, communicate, and he said he's been struggling to kind of feel like the same star player whilst keeping all of that in mind, while trying to be a part of a bigger thing, a unit. And the Crazy unit, I mean, this story for them started at the minor, the first to get to the major from the Balkan region, or with a Balkan majority, I should say.
Pretty much chance of causing identity. See, Nitro, he might be alone, but he's not overcommitting. He's not giving anything away here. He's keeping these players contained towards the B site. They're planting at A. Round is confirmed at this point. He doesn't necessarily want to risk losing this AUG, but he's ready to fight tooth and nail. He gets the first. That's going to be Hunter. Nothing really to report here because Liquid will be winning this round. It's just whether Crazy will survive with any weaponry into the next.
I mean, that AUG certainly sounds good. Looks good too. Really need to upgrade my...
Yeah, it's making my palms a bit sweaty looking at Nitro now. It just feels like he's going to give it up. But they know he's there. Will they be able to hit the shots? They certainly will. There it is.
Yeah, well, your palms sweaty for all the right reasons.
Yeah. He had nothing to gain there and just the rifle to lose. That's why I was like questioning it a little bit. It doesn't necessarily matter they'll be buying up next round, but still, it felt like he didn't have to give that up.
Actually, Nexus trying to use that AUG for another. That's 2 rifles lost. Armor 2 will be forced to rebuy. Keeps Liquid honest. With very little invested, 2 frags and 2 recovered rifles. Letney manages to get hold of that one.
Yeah, there was no reason to challenge those. Once you confirm their eco towards the site, let them keep their deagles. They've just lost 2 guns there on the Liquid side. They have good money still, it's fine, but Nitro down to $1,000 could have been avoided. That's all. 4-1.
Sure. 4-1. Let's not forget that this is Crazy's wheelhouse. Very comfortable on this map. Liquid, it was quite the statement in the map veto. Got the analyst desk's eyebrows raised. It's almost like them just kind of saying, let's see your best shot.
Yeah.
Let's see what you got.
That's a good point. They've got one kit, the sniper for Otto, who has been impressive. Such a breakout tournament for him. Looked fantastic at points. But now holding that sniper towards jungle and connector.
Yeah, I think something that's most impressed me is just how comfortable he is on both the rifle and the AWP.
Yes. That's when you know you've got a world-class player in your hands. So they can perform to a certain level with both weapons, and they're not a one-trick pony. That's when you know he's going to develop into something very powerful indeed.
It's the smoke just on the A side of connector. Gives them an opportunity to kind of flash and clear without obscured vision on connector itself. Bomb in the hands of Twist ramp. Nav Palace, mid pinch likely towards A. I always find Palace players so impressive. Well, Nexa, he's laughing at me. Takes down Nav. Yeah. What on earth? Big adjustment. Elige, he's not going to let this round slip away without quite the heroic fight. Gets himself the double kill, but at the cost of 3 members of Team Liquid. Twist now arrives on the scene from the ramp side. He will make his presence known with that flash. Hunter likely going to have a bullet into the head of Twist during that bomb plant. Doesn't let it go down.
Yeah, that should be it now. Elige with the sniper rifle out of position, out of health and time. It will be the second on the board for Crazy here. You can hear them starting to get into this game now. Very passionate team, and we'll go into round number 7 with, like we said, Liquid with enough to buy, but now they're going to have a couple of compromises after those weapons they gave up against those good players. So a UMP for Twists, a Galil for Stewie. They do have 3 rifles on all the utility. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw more of a set-piece mentality here, Alex, just to get them close enough with those lesser weapons. That's why they're focusing on the utility aspect to see what they've got to bring to the table here at round 7. Smoke towards short. So misses the jump, not a big deal. Can just go towards connector. Extinguishes the Molotov and remains in position.
Yeah, it could have spread. He wants to have that freedom. Sometimes extinguishing the mollies enough to deter the T's, and they are still staying quite passive. Using that top mid smoke. My God, I'm getting flashbacks to Crad. You remember the smoke sprays he was hitting through that top mid smoke?
Crazy.
Yeah, well.
And that's quite fitting, Alex. I'm going to get in there before you do. I saw your opportunity.
Just came in and chopped my hamstrings.
I know, I saw you just about to jump in there, but I'm denying this one.
You can have that one.
Thank you.
There's a lot to be done with Team Liquid. I'll tell you that much. Esperanto tucks himself in on the bricks. Knows his mid-presence, but they do seem to be playing a relatively passive game on A. Despite the deep B presence of the CTs and Esperanto's patience is rewarded as the smoke clears. Stewie's head is no more. Next looking to get ahead of the smoke and actually without too much to be concerned about. He does catch a glimpse of Naf. Lovely angle. Extending the lead in round 7. Molotov will force Nexus to tuck himself in.
Now remember, they were 4-1 down. Nitro does find a bit of wiggle room, but Crazy looked like they're in charge of this one. It's going to be Otto waiting towards CT spawn. He doesn't have to do much yet. Esperanto is taking everyone down in his farm. He doesn't lose any HP. 4 kills to his name. They really are starting to get warmed up now. Barely any loss bonus available for Team Liquid. They're 4-3 up right now, but they're going to have to take an eco at this point, and that should tie things up. We have got a game on our hands, ladies and gentlemen. Esperanto, what was this? Look how precise this kid is. Nitro had to do absolutely everything there, but still it wasn't enough. Just tapping away, positioned perfectly, and destroying some of the world's best players.
It's just that moment to adjust. He doesn't rush it. He doesn't look like he's feeling the pressure. Just a shrug of his shoulders and 4 kills against the very best.
Yeah, that was a very good round. Certainly a statement. Like we said, it couldn't really be a partial buy. It has to be an eco here, P250s, and a deagle at the top end. You can see how vulnerable they are to the grenades here. They're going to try and make their way towards B with a flashbang. It goes over. It's pretty decent, actually. Letting you have to drop off and call for backup here, but I don't think this will be much of an issue. Hunter looks like he's poised for a couple of kills there.
Yeah, should just be a formality. Saying that, Elige might even get a frag and a bomb plant. Now the smoke could lock off towards kitchen. Nexa, wise, realizing he doesn't want to let them get too established. He wants to try and destabilize. It's only going to be 1, 2 versus 2. Liquid, they've made this so doable. There's weapons on the floor as well, likely to be picked up. Naf and Nitro still just the sidearms. They don't have armor. It's going to have to be some heroics. Trying to draw the fire, dancing around the pillar, back turn, 1 versus 1. Nitro's already on for a 1 versus 1. He's already got 2. Bullets connect. Otto's low. Just the sidearm. It's just about across the line. Woo, crazy. That's going to be a big sigh of relief for coach and players alike.
Just going to confirm the bomb is defused there. It's right down to the wire, but he has actually got it there, so it will be 4-4. Team Liquid bring it down to such a tight situation there, but crazy hold on. That's an important round as well.
Yeah. I mean, we said Esperanto just reminded them this is going to be a damn good game. I think Liquid just did exactly the same back.
Yeah, this is warming up to be something quite special here. The opening game for Team Liquid, they're going to be tested as well. Everyone was speculating that Crazy could cause some damage here. They've got the perfect map for the job, and they look like they're in decent form and not intimidated by the Liquid presence on the server. Otto back on the sniper, and we'll see 5 rifles for the Team Liquid boys here. This time nails the jump, but Alicia's dead very quickly, and down he goes.
I have never seen someone punished so quickly. He must have had the spawn for it. Swings wide, seems to have a good read of Otto's habits.
I like this from Esperanto. Good confidence. Got a lot of information from that. They trade back a kill on Nafly, who always holds towards the A-ramp. He is, I guess, technically their log player on a maps like Overpass and hold outside Monster. Mirage is always A-ramp or Palace, as you mentioned before. And so once they know they've got a kill there, they can pretty much guarantee that A-side should be clear.
Molotov denies a lot from Letny. He'll be forced off. It means Stewie can just walk on up. So much time. So little presence in middle. Stewie's completed that walk, and Nexa aggressive in Palace. After finding Naf, they catch a Liege, and Stewie. They know one's connector now. They don't have the advantage. Crazy, just 2 remain. Hunter and Letny. Letny's on the rotate as well. They've seen the bomb, and they're going to have that confirmed as the bomb does go down, courtesy of Nitro. Liquid looking for 2 more kills in pursuit of the 5th. Just 1 now. Late arrival from Letny.
Yeah, he'll have to do something quite special to even get close to this bomb. Alex looking to keep players on towards the bomb side, though. If he can take a couple down with him, that'll be valuable. You can see the money pretty weak on the CT side. That's pretty much all he can hope for. Nice kill towards Stewie. Trying to keep the modest here. Flashbang goes over. Shouldn't be any wiggle room here if Liquid play this properly. He's got to stay together, trade off, and now it's the 1 versus 1. He could do this, but has to touch the bomb and hope that Twist peaks straight away. Still a slight chance he can do it, but it's starting to evaporate now as Team Liquid will take charge in the 1 versus 1. But he did what he had to do there. He wanted to make it as expensive as possible, right down to the wire. If they do want to force buy in this next round, they've got a good case to do so because they would break Liquid if they won the round. So let's have a look. I expect a tactical pause, and exactly that will come through. And now they need to discuss their options. They're all hovering around $3,000. At the very high end is going to be Otto, 4,600. The rest of them could do what we've seen more of today. CZ, shotguns, scouts, that sort of thing. It would be a massive gamble and a best of 1. But those are the kind of risks you're going to have to take if you want to break a team like Liquid.
Yeah, and even then, we just saw what Liquid can do with those half buys, those pistols, those unarmored pistols. Every round will be somewhat like pulling teeth. Great work from Stewie. That was, I mean, Nexa pushing Palace to destabilize and catch a Liege. It was the play he had to make. Wasn't ready for Stewie's presence in connector.
See what it means to them here. They know this isn't a walk in the park. A lot of you probably haven't heard that the players have been crazy if you're just tuning in for the Major, but trust me, this is a team to look out for. They are dangerous, they are talented, and they have put in the hard work to get themselves to this position as well. It is going to be an A attack here for Team Liquid. The force buy from Crazy comes through. 3 SMGs and Esperanto to step up here.
They're already tagged and now fragged. Otto's already got 1.
That's
Taps
big.
away with the MP9. Twist is on sandwich and dinked up nicely as well. They're also low. Naf's burning. What was that? He's actually fallen to himself. Esperanto's damage comes back to haunt him. Twist has only got 1 HP as well. You said it had to be a calculated buy. Well, this one, throw the calculator out the window. It's just fragging, raw. Esperanto and Otto.
And Nafly, apparently.
Oh, yeah, thanks, Naf. He's obviously got faith in his teammates, unfortunately, perhaps misplaced. This should be impossible. Crazy will not let this slip away.
With Twist on 1 HP, you'd think so, but trust me, Team Liquid, they've got themselves out of stickier situations than this one before. Nitro will get the plant in. That boosts their chances now. Acts as an extra man on the battlefield, but they have no utility between them. What can Twist do to be valuable? He's watching for the flanks right now. It's pretty much all up to Nitro to defend the CTs.
He's going to treat this like a 1v4. He's got a little bit of a gap through that smoke, and it's given a fight, but likely presence starting to close the gap, tighten the noose. Twist with 1 HP. There should not be an opportunity. Otto. Some speculative bullets do connect, and so Crazy keep things level. Back and forth we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my goodness, they actually make it work. The MP9s, Otto arrayed, Esperanto as well, and the Molotov somehow landing at the feet of Nafly. I assume he was flashed
happened? Yeah.
and tried to fall back. I'm sure we'll get a replay of it. Doesn't look that mad. Most of our players will be smashing their keyboards. He's obviously fine with it. He's always a very calm presence on the server, of course, Nafly.
Yeah, I think that's a valuable tool, though. Having a player that can just be so
I agree.
nonchalant in the face of adversity.
So they're going for the hero AK here. That shows you that they're not especially comfortable right now. They know they need some sort of entrance into the next round. StarLadder to get a step up. It was Na'Vi and Simple that really brought this sort of approach to the table, and it's very effective if your star player can start hitting the headshots and get you some entrance towards these bomb sites. I assume a couple of basic smokes here towards Steps, Jungle, and CT spawn. Flash over, send in the cannon fodder, while StarLadder sees you can find any openings whatsoever.
And one of the many reasons it works so well is if you catch an aggressive CT, suddenly everyone starts getting weapons. It can spiral oh so fast, but this snowball's not rolling down the hill just yet. Instead, Otto takes down Naf. 2 rounds in a row. He's lost his life early, forced to watch as his teammates try and pull this one back. Stewie only going to get one, and Nexa catches another one. Henry.
It's not one alive,
it's not
Nexa.
over.
Chill.
It's got his, no.
He might have given up the round here.
Bite your tongue. Nitro, though, did punish Nexa's foolish knife pull. Evades the flash with the bomb down. He has such an advantage. They know where he is, though. He can't hit the shots. Hunter, he'll keep crazy. Head above water in a must-win round.
What a panic that was from Nexa. Could have cost him the round. Luckily, they win it, so we won't talk about it anymore, but he didn't see the planter right in front of him. He's so zoned into the situation right now. He didn't even see him. Look at this. The bomb planter's in front of him. You can see him on his screen. Then he realizes, then thinks everyone's dead, runs with his knife out, and realizes there's another player remaining. Fortunately, it doesn't cost him the round, but if it had have done, oh, it would have been one awkward moment.
Yeah, and that's the kind of thing that you don't want to be having, you know, the first half of a best of one, your opening game of the Legends stage of the Major. This started at the minor for these boys.
Well, here we go then. 5 players towards B. The couple of calculated smokes towards the pillars. I think they commit off this with the flashbangs. Letney, nice incendiary. That might slow them down or at least segregate them.
Now, with the flames
Oh,
licking their toes.
Alex.
Where is their health going? Twisty's got nothing left. Letney, he's got all to do. Just the first. Twist, still with low HP, does frag. Esperanto finishes it off, though. And just 2 remain for the Liquid side. Are still locked in apps. They have been separated by the flames. And Stewie, so late to this party. He's apologizing, but he can't find a single frag. The test on B passed with flying colors.
We have got one amazing game brewing here, ladies and gentlemen. Liquid are throwing everything they've got within their strategy book, and it doesn't seem to be landing. That was a B rush, but it wasn't like any other. With the smokes down, the flashes, the Molotovs, they're expecting to at least get a couple in return, but they barely cracked open the site. Where's that secondary smoke? Oh, it's a little bit late, so Otto found that wiggle room. The incendiary from Letney as well. That cannot be overlooked. The way he timed that did so much damage, segregated 2 of them to commit, and there it is, another partial buy here for Liquid. Not really much to speak of with it as well. They've got 3 smokes, a couple of flashbangs, and hoping Crazy will make some mistakes here, but it's been pretty perfect. And remember, they were 4-1 down. It's not like they had an easy start here. They lost a pistol. They've had to grind for these rounds.
They certainly have. The grind continues. Round 13. Seeing a couple more Tech 9s than I was anticipating. Seeing some players have been touching it in the player break, taking it for a spin after the changes to it. Much more about the tap than it is the, well, I was going to say spray. Still tapping, of course, but in quick succession, not the case anymore. Twists and Nitro with the bomb carriers. The dastardly duo meet Otto. Ooh, bullet between the 2 of them. It's information, but how much can they profit from it? Esperanto, he's conscious he hasn't been looking towards middle. He knows Connector's a threat. Nexa 2. Esperanto actually choosing to go aggressive. That's a rifle on the floor and a frag for Liquid, but shouldn't be too much of a problem.
Oh, wait for it. Twist is in position, but not able to find the kill. Nexa a little bit uncomfortable there, but 4 players survive. He manages to take that all-important frag and deny the plant as well. They will be winning this half, Alex. It's 8-5. Liquid on the trail. I'd say they might even take a tactical timeout themselves at this point. It feels about the right time, and there it is. It comes through. So at this stage, they bring out the AWP. We haven't seen that on the T side yet. They have enough for a full buy here, but still, their strategies and the gun rounds haven't been that effective. They had a great start, but since then, this recovery is not looking too good for them. They're going to bring out 3 rifles so far, including Nitro of the AK, so we won't be seeing an AWP just yet, but they're not a team that relies on it. So that's absolutely fine, but it's a decent buy. But what is the change here? They tried the defaults, they tried the B rushes, they've tried the executions. There's only so much you can do on Mirage. Every team runs a very similar playbook. Here are your frag leaders so far. Nexa, 16 kills against Twist's 10.
Nexa, I mean, it was a fantastic observation made by Banks in that interview that you know, Nexa's one of those fragging callers.
Yeah.
He is a fragging in-game leader, and he said a lot of that happens on the CT side because he can count on his teammates to make the decisions without him pulling all the strings like the puppet master other leaders have to be.
Yeah, that's a very good point. Interesting as well. Let's see what can be done here, though. Like we said, full buy now for Liquid. They have 3 Kriegs, everything they need in terms of grenades. Otto, this time positioned towards B. He'll be backed up by Ledney, who has the AK-47. They have a couple of those on the CT side.
So many Kriegs. No surprise, it's in the hands of Liege, somewhat of a spearhead of the Krieg assault, even before the changes to it. Mid-control garnered for Liquid. They smoke window, continue to deny information for Esperanto, who, given the responsibility of middle, has been able to have a great deal of impact both towards A and controlling connector. Other standard from Liquid, but oh, he's not good. Just as the smoke clears, that's lovely from Stewie. Firm understanding of how to use and play around those smokes, and it's worked wonderfully for Team Liquid. 4 of them still standing as the initial flurry of frags.
Yeah, that's much more like it from Liquid. A very confident round there. Round 14 is theirs, no question about that. Ledney will be coming in, though, from the A ramp. He might as well go for it. It's last round next. And they've let this at least be a point of access for him. They're all positioned towards CT spawn, deep on short. They're hunting him on the other side of the map. They're assuming he's saving it. He's gonna attempt a defuser. He's got the smoke. He's just trying to find the right timing here. Is it even possible?
I think Nav's kind of realised that's going to be his responsibility, and then, oh, I think that jump is enough info.
Looks like it.
Yeah, the Ninja Dream.
Here we go.
Out of the question. He's going to have a whack at it, but Stewie's not going to let him get across. Nav's there as well.
Ooh, Stewie.
Finding his voice.
Yeah, it's been a while since they've been able to shout because they've lost 4 rounds in a row. That's the first one they've picked up. Now we get to round number 15, 8-6. Liquid pull one back. Lovely A pincer there from Liquid. Nothing too technical, just very good on the timings, the coordination, and of course the shots as well. You see Stewie 2K coming through the connector here. As I said, timing impeccable. Hunter caught the nade out, and then he's able to swarm the site, stifle the CTs as we get into the final round here. It's going to be a difficult buy overall for Crazy, but they do have the AWP of Otto. But unfortunately for Esperanto, down to the Deagle and Ledney, or just a FAMAS here. So I wouldn't be surprised if someone's pushing for that first pick once again.
Keep your eye out for that early aggression. For now, Naf got one last chance, one last round to take a look at Palace, and he did so, just making sure it's his digs are still being kept up to snuff. Familiar territory so far. They're going to deny a lot of information. The smoke towards window and connector really does just leave mid flying the Team Liquid flag. Last round of this half, Liquid trying to keep it as close as possible.
Well, they've got control of CPL here. Stewie 2K confirms it's clear. The bomb's still down top of middle, so they won't be committing any time yet. They're just trying to push CTs back into night vision. Esperanto knows he needs a kill. Whoa. How has he pulled that one off?
Whoa, on earth, that was a quick one. Twist was shooting at him from the very start of that swing. Still managed to not only shrug that off, but find the head. Very small window of opportunity for Esperanto, but he profits. 40 seconds. The clock's not a threat just yet for Team Liquid, but they do start their advance. Otto's on the rotate as well, does have the AWP. He could be crucial here. Where's the smokes? I don't see many, just the one in the hands of Liege, if he wanted to deny that.
Flash goes in. It's perfect. And Otto, ready and waiting. He's not affected by it, hits the shot.
They do have somewhat of a curveball in Elige's positioning. With that bomb down, he's still on short. Did they plant for him? Yes, they did. This is going to be a difficult one for Crazy to overcome. 3 of them coming from CT.
No smoke as well. So they got the incendiary, and Ledney needs to get through the murder hole. And it's named that for a reason. Let's see what he can do with it.
Nice angle held by Stewie. That's going to draw their fire. Stewie connects as well, and look at that. Clinical. Just the 2 of them. They can make it if they try. 8-7 on the half.
Well, it's Team Liquid that are being tested here. Crazy have turned up to play. They currently have the lead at 8-7.5, and they swap over to the T-Forces. Can they keep it up? You're going to have to find out after this break.
Team Liquid versus Crazy. Second half, it's a best of one. The map Mirage. It's a map both teams have incredible statistics on.
Yeah.
Crazy started their adventure here at the minor, and the European minor, no less. I mean, that was the stacked of the
That's
group.
when you're playing on hard mode.
You certainly are, and they have a 100% win rate on the map Mirage. Liquid quite similar, 91. Both teams highly proficient in it, and one half to see who's going to find their first win off the break.
Well, here we go. The setup will be one smoke. Make it two if one's deployed already to a window. They've got a Molotov as well. So it looks to me like an A split coming in with the positioning of Ledney towards the A ramp and Nexa. He'll be in towards the Palace position. Hunter is trying to push CT's back, but Nafly stands firm. Twist as well, hitting absolutely everything here. Can he get a third? Surely not. He will survive as Elise arrives on the scene and confirms the round here. Nexa in a 5 versus 1. Surely can't get anything from this. That's a nice shot, but surely this is where Nafly can dig his heels in. They have to bomb towards a connector.
What a bad connection from Nexa, and with Twist low, he had an opportunity. That's a huge round from the magnificent Van Dalken. 15 so far for him, leading the scoreboard on his team, not in the server. Nexa ahead of him, 18 coming into the T side. This is where you expect that to slow, though. Less fragging, more calling necessary going into the T side, and against the world's best, no less. This is
Absolutely.
This is a chess match right now. Nexa versus Nitro, but with a whole lot of brawn and a whole lot of brute force as well. Crazy have been showing that on their T sides, perhaps not in this round.
No, not in this round. No plant found, and they're going to be able to bang out AKs in the next. That looks pretty promising, actually. As you can see, there's only a couple of rifles there, which are for masses for Team Liquid, so they probably have quite a clean round here, but then they've got to fend off the AK-47, so they need to guarantee, once they know they're up against Glocks, no armor, that everyone just survives. You don't want to be hunting for frags here. Every dollar counts.
Financial advice with Henry Greer.
Yeah. Only listen to it within CS, I would say. Not very smart outside of this.
Not sure what jokes I'm allowed to make on broadcast, and
yeah, just leave it there.
We're just going to leave it there.
Yeah.
Just the two P250s, $600 investment. If they can take anything away from Team Liquid, it is going to pay dividends in the grand scheme. Knife out, just jiggling for information. Letney, if he can get this information for free, that's the dream. Actually trying to bait. Does make some noise towards the B-apps. Going to keep Nitro
there.
There
is a bit of reaction there. You can see Nafly, after hearing that footstep, he jumps on purpose there. Naf actually hears that and he said, well, I'm going to stay with B for now as at least one. So Letney just jumps. It might allow them to have one less player towards the A side when they fully commit. If they can plant here, that's great news. That's pretty much as good as it's going to get. If the plant comes through, they'll be very happy.
But you are up against a couple of turrets. Stewie posturing towards connector, but he can quickly flip. Once the call is made, yep, out ramp, they make that call. They can adjust. 3 long-range rifles ready and waiting. Never mind, don't need the rifles when Elige's SMG does connect, and looks like Twists is having no worries. Just gets himself a double, but still 2 frags. Crazy. It's a whole lot more than nothing. 2 players from Liquid forced to buy themselves a new weapon and the armor, taken away by a very low buy.
Yeah, well, there we go. Couple of kills come in. It's not too bad. They're going to be buying up regardless here. Crazy that you got the AKs. And do we see any M4s on the Team Liquid side? Here the odds provided by GG.bet. You can see Liquid still the firm favourites, but Crazy, they have proven themselves to be a powerful force on this map so far. And here comes potentially their first round of the second half. We will see if they can pull it off against 3 FAMASes and Nitro just with the P250 here. Oh, there's the MP9. Right at the last second, he gets that in.
Okay. Definitely an advantage for Crazy, though, in the weapon department. Gonna be intrigued to see what Crazy can do on this T side. There's so many examples of Team Liquid's holds, Mirage, and all other maps, of course, but often what you'd hear from the analyst desk is it doesn't matter, because you still have some of the best individual players at this very moment in time on one team in the Team Liquid jersey. You may know what they're going to do, but you still have to hit those shots. A lot of CT Molotov smokes. Mirage, not a map you can lock them out, though, with this. Has to be quick if it's reactionary. And already Twist's jumped does get him a whole lot of information. Besides, his responsibility is going to be Palace.
Yeah, they're going to have to play more of a retake mentality here. They're allowing Crazy to have bomb site control, rotating 4 total players from the CT side towards A, but they need to get close towards the side. They've got FAMAS's MP9s locked out from the smoke right now. Stewie will fire the first few bullets, but the bomb is being planted. Advantage to Crazy.
In the A site with his 5 players still standing. It's a dream to start off round 18 for Crazy. Hunter, he's looking for some aggression, wants to try and push where it hurts, but that's an AK delivered straight to Nitro's door. Elige gets another, and another coming from the stairs. He's doing everything for Team Liquid. 3 in the round so far, and it's just like that. The 10th is on the board for Team Liquid.
Very good stuff there from Liquid. Very disciplined, very calm as well. You can see Twist, although he knew they had the full control of the site, he's not overcommitting. He's not jumping in by himself. He's biding his time, waiting for his teammates to arrive so they can really effectively push together. It's Elige, as we saw, just on an absolute run there. Managed to get 3 in total. You could see even after he killed the 3rd player, he was hungry for more, ready for another shot. Everyone was down. He's just so in the zone right now. Just the Terminator busting through the A site.
Look at his eyes darting around.
Yeah. He's considered one of the world's best players right now for good reason. He consistently performs for Team Liquid.
He is the 3rd name in that conversation.
Yes, absolutely.
And that's what's so insane. But the thing is, you know, there's a whole conversation about AWPing and how much that plays into it. But if you look at just how consistent he's been over, I think it was like 90 maps, some absurd.
Well, we talk about it being like the most valuable player for the team, right? If you think about it, Liquid, out of all those players in the conversation, Simple and Zybu, Liquid is the only one consistently winning trophies. So
that's
if you're talking about how much impact he had towards that success, you've got to say that he's up there in the conversation. Either way, towards A, Elige to be challenged once again. He's got players all around him here. The Palace will be the main objective now as he swings in from Sandwich. His teammates buy him 1 kill, but Stewie 2K needs to do a lot more than that. Flashbangs will get him out of position as they find a 4-on-2 lead here off the Crazy side.
They played that one so well. Nice work from Crazy, willing to take that fight. Otto, we told you he can do both. This time with the Krieg, he cracks open the A site. Restraint, though, displayed by Crazy. They want to procedurally clear the site. They don't want to fall foul to any funny business. There's Naf and Nitro. You lose one silly round, it can haunt you. Crazy. I'm gonna let that one happen. I say that. That's the bomb catcher as well. Bomb now loose on the site. Naf's gonna join Nitro. Power in numbers. Bomb still not down. 30 seconds since they had access to the site.
Grenade thrown in. Doesn't do any damage towards Crazy here. They've got no grenades remaining. There's a chance now for Liquid as they try and apply some pressure. Otto's out of position with the bomb on his back as well. The incendiary will lock out the remaining player towards the Palace. And now Nafly, he'll be isolated on the bomb side, but look at how much control he has there. Bomb in his hand, low HP on both of these players. Hunter's absolutely done for. He knows that there's one player towards Palace, or maybe not. Doubting it somewhat, and Nexa, he'll continue that strong form he's been displaying all map long. They will be knocking on the door of Team Liquid here as we go 10-9. As they look to tie things up, the money is not going to be in a fantastic spot for Liquid. There is enough to buy there, but compromises will have to be made. Stewie 2K will buy up the AWP with no armor. Nitro of $1,800 will have to go Deagle armor or a Scout. Elige will go with a UMP. So a very difficult round, as we'll see Crazy call the tactical timeout.
The way Liquid played that 2v4, the Molotov,
it looked perfect, right?
The aggression, like you're in a 2 versus 4, and the timing with the Molotov and Nitro pushing onto the site with the numbers disadvantage, it's a display of confidence and a firm grasp of the game we love, the game we call Counter-Strike. Second tactical pause called by Crazy. Just want to double check. Next is still very much at the top of the scoreboard, yeah.
Let's go, boys!
Well then, here's the replay. Otto getting it done with the Krieg. Stewie 2K, that was a kill he really had to find to secure their chances there.
Was that a team flash?
I'm not sure, could have been.
Because there was no assist, and he was still doing the dance.
True, good point.
See what happens into round 20. Some aggression up mid from the CTs, but Letney's movement did give him that information. He's anticipating a Liege, but you may know it's coming. Can't handle that one. A quick shot to the head, finishes it off with a shot to the body. Nice work from Stewie as well. Just with 90 seconds still on the clock, there's only 2 members of Crazy. They have chipped away at them on every single extremity.
That's a great call from Liquid there. They knew with the timeout call from Crazy, they're going to be adjusting. They're going to be having something in mind that they want to execute and trying to avoid potential CZ stacks, etc. Liquid just throw the book at them. They run up towards middle, and lovely movement there from Elige. Gets himself up on the shelf and manages to swarm the player top of middle. They've got a 5-on-2 advantage, and Stewie 2K's glass cannon looks very strong on top of the A bomb side there. It's going to be Otto and Hunter waiting for mistakes to be made here, looking if anyone will dare flank them. But at this stage, Liquid just need to hold their positions. No one has to do anything at this point apart from work together and make sure trade potential is available.
8 rounds on the T side of Liquid gave us that 8-7 half. Now, so far so good in pursuit of their 4th here on the defense.
So, in towards T-spawn, still waiting for a mistake here. Nafly might present himself first. That's going to be a kill. So, patience pays off for at least one. But still, nowhere near a bomb site. Might just be holding on to what they have, because the money situation is not going to be fantastic going into the next round. They will have 3rd stage loss bonus, so might as well save it, but it looks like Hunter is still exploring his options with a bomb. If you look on the minimap, still towards T-spawn, suggests they won't be going for this.
Yeah, Liquid going to have the majority of their numbers towards A. Just know and can count on Nitro towards that B site. The damage done oh so early. It is almost comical just how many different rounds of Counter-Strike, how different each round of Counter-Strike can look. I mean, that was within 10 seconds we knew who won that one. Sometimes it can feel like it takes 5 minutes.
Yes, indeed. Well, like I said, 3rd stage loss bonus, meaning we get $2,400 per player for Crazy going to this round, and that's less than the kit these remaining players had, so they might as well have survived and got no money, and that means they'll probably be forcing into the next round, and it's going to be a difficult one for them. And we get into round number 21. So, the 2 rifles, the Krieg and the AK, in the hands of Otto and Hunter. Next to Esperanto and Letny with pistols here. They have fully invested with pretty much everything they can. Letny will save $2,000, but let's see what can be done here. There's always a chance, but a lot of pressure on some of the bigger names here. Hunter looking to crack things over towards Connector. Liege will protect himself with a smoke.
Oh, this is a bit faster from Crazy. A bit of a quick presence and take on towards middle. The setup they established. Stewie now swapping out.
Oh, that nade. That hurts a lot. He knows they're trying to boost on the other side. There's their welcoming gift.
Naf and Stewie make it just Naf, as he's going to fall towards Connector as well to support Liquid. It's such a reactionary, such a mobile CT side that it's not static. Not a single one of those players. They've given the middle. You can see how they've adjusted accordingly with that information. Elige is considering somewhat of a regress, just making sure they can't be boosted through that window. Letny's already set up for a late swing. And that smoke could be enough to encourage him to try and get himself tucked in on that window, but Elige's trying to check if there was a gap. Any way to get that information.
Well, there it is. Remember, this is a force buy round from Crazy. They've put a lot into this round and not getting much return. Great stuff from Liquid. They found the first 4 kills. They haven't had to break a sweat. No one really tested. Only Elise taking a little bit of damage at the start of the round. Next up, could cause a bit of damage here. He's fantastically skilled, but only good for 1. It is going to be 12-9 in favor of the North Americans. Team Liquid, as Crazy have to almost certainly take an eco here. Can barely make a partial buy. Like PT50 armor is the very top end of what they can invest into this round.
That round felt so flat.
Yeah, they couldn't find anything there. And Liquid, as soon as they got the information they're up against the pistols, they just put the brakes on. No one's pushing. They're just waiting for full commitments, and nothing could be done. So they have gone for 1 AK-47. Otto had slightly more catch. He had $4,000 compared to his teammates. They've gone for the pistols armor, but Letny been given the AK-47. Not necessarily the star player of the squad. Let's see what he can do with it.
Bombs still at T-spawn. This is just going to be Crazy, hoping that they can get some early surprise frags. Hunter, one of them, but looking unlikely. Just the warning shots from Elige does convert. Nullifies the underpass presence quickly. This would be an impossible shot for Otto. Sees the head of Twists, given 2 opportunities before Elige arrives again in the kill feed, and don't think he's done there. Taps away at the head of Nexa towards ramp. Letny's backup squad surrounding this AK Kevlar have been completely removed so early into the round. It makes it very difficult. Just Stewie casting his eyes towards ramp. Just the warning shot as he chooses to retreat. Realizes he's got the support of Twists if he needs it, and well, he certainly did. That's the AK gone. That's the round over. Liquid, as they enter the defense, have entered a moment of serenity, winning themselves 6 of the last 7.
Yeah, indeed. It's 6-1 overall in the second half. Liquid look excellent. It was a very exciting first half. Looked like Crazy were onto something. They're still not out of it yet, but they need to start finding some weaknesses here in the Liquid defense. Right now, there's no signs of any of that. As we'll get into the next round here, we'll have a look at the general complexion of the buy. A couple of holes within it. They don't have every single grenade they have, and Otto will have no helmet. You see John there, big smile on his face, as Elige himself will be pushing from that connector. Esperanto on the other side, but not for long. Nafly gets him through the smoke, courtesy of a flashbang from Twist, but they do get one back.
When they see that smoke, they have to piece that one together. It looks like a fail, but it does enable Elige to get up on that shelf. We saw how it worked with the SMG this time. Letney not going to let it happen again. Oh, it's the AWP, he's already fired the shot. Punished by Hunter, Twist to trade. Caught a glimpse of Nexa and the Flames arrive just in time. He scarpers and looks to rejoin his squad as they have 3 versus 3.
Yeah, it's the best chance they've had in a while, though, to be fair, Alex. So we'll see if this A probe will work out for them. They still have flashbangs. One smoke, I'd say the AWP has to go in first and try and find an opening here. There's no CTs peeking from the CT spawn area. They're actually all focused towards middle right now, as we'll see Twist hold towards that connector. He'll allow them to walk towards A and just make sure he kills anyone crossing. And remember, only one smoke here. They can't really nullify him.
What a lovely little call from Liquid is while they're setting up, while Crazy are doing all of their preparations, we'll get that mid-info. All 3 of us, safely. Now they adjust. Twists and Naf responsible for A. Nitro likely going to be on his way. Bomb going to be allowed to go down. They'll be play for the retake.
Oh,
Twist, no way. I say allowed to go down. Through the smoke, Twist gets him. Now Naf can aggress. He knows there's a second player. And just like that, the 14th looks like a guarantee. He's on the site, admittedly. Anticipating Naf, but that doesn't mean anything when he's hitting shots like that. Gets the AWP off of Otto's corpse, and now 3 in the round from Naf, 2 away from Liquid's first win.
Yeah, they're really fired up now. You can see they're really feeling in the second half. Liquid have looked dominant here. It's going to be a difficult round for Crazy, whatever happens. Not only looking down the barrel of map and indeed match point, their money isn't fantastic. They're going to have to buy into this one. Esperanto will lead the charge. He gets AK armor, 1 flashbang. That's about what all of these buys are going to look like. If they want to have firepower, they're not going to have any grenades. So let's see what they go for. They're a team that are known for their individual prowess, so you'd assume they'll probably go for more rifles than deagles and utility. But for now, the coach will have to chime in with something quite magnificent at this stage. Here's the replay. Twist denying that plan. You didn't think it was possible. It looked like that only smoke they had was going to be worth its weight in gold, but then Twist denies absolutely everything there. No plan available. And that's... Oh, I like that. Okay.
Oh, cool.
Blast from the past.
A blast from the past. We find ourselves 2019, getting a bit of throwback. A map that at its core has been played for years. Double AWPs pulled out by Team Liquid to try and pull themselves across that line.
And Stewie isn't slowing down just yet. He wants to see if Hunter's on the other side. He is, but he's ready and waiting for aggression. Who will blink first?
The signature Stewie wiggle.
Oh, Nexa.
What just happened to his health? He just got wallbanged by Nitro,
Yeah,
you know.
I think he did. And it looks very good for Liquid right now. Stewie just 1 step ahead of his opposition. It's going to be a 4-on-1 essentially with the HP of Nexa. Esperanto jumps out. He's found something here. Maybe this round not over just yet.
Is he ready for Twist there, though? He's already got the first. I think that's enough for him in his mind to consider ramp clear enough. That's enough. 15 then to 9. Crazy. It was a lovely defense, keeping Liquid honest, but as soon as it's their turn to make the move, to dictate the pace, handling it with class. Look at this from Stewie. They've got so many tools at their disposal. Their individuals so dynamic. Stewie 2K. I remember not long ago I was talking to, here's a throwback, Dazed.
Okay.
I asked him who's the best AWPer in North America, and he said Stewie 2K, but he ain't even an AWPer.
That's a pretty bold statement. I like that. Well, Crazy, what have you got for us? Like I said, they'd probably be focusing on firepower, Alex. They've got 5 rifles. They don't care about the utility here at all. They're going for pure headshots. 1 smoke towards middle. That's about all they have. Hunter's got 1 more smoke grenade on his belt, but overall, this is not looking good for Crazy at all. 6 lives for Liquid to close this one out. Crazy, only option now to take us to overtime.
Towards middle they go, and seen this cause some problems in the past for Crazy. Nades and smoke sprays have all led them to their demise. This time it's Elige above the smoke, and he manages to get away, dip away just as it starts to clear, and oh, the nade. Look at this. This is just masterclass from Elige.
Yeah.
Won't win the third, but damage done to him. His teammates looking to profit from that. Bullets from short and CT respectively. Hunter's forced to back away, but Nexa It's always Nexa trying to get Crazy back into this.
Yeah, he refuses to go down. We'll see now if there's any chance with him on 10 HP. That's a nice boost. Hunter has a chance here. Stewie2K. Oh, it needs to be so careful. That's a guaranteed kill, but how does he want to do this? Goes for the quick execution to the side of the head, puts Stewie out of his misery. And now they have control of the A side. No one towards CT spawn, however. Crazy have turned this round around. We'll see if the bomb can be recovered. Letney's got it. 25 seconds remaining. Flash will go over towards A. And what's the call here? Are they going to stick together on the CT side? Both heading towards T-spawn right now. And they've got time to do this. The bomb still about 5 seconds away from being planted.
Yeah, so Letney's going to be the one punching in those digits. Nitro and Naf grouping up, coming from the ramp side. Wow, they're not just out of this one just yet. Nitro, that was clinical. Nexa's low. He gave them a chance. He took down Twist. It's the only way they got this bomb down, but look at the utility available. They've got 2 Molotovs. Nexa, he would be cooked, and he will be. Crazy, served up medium rare. Hunter, oh no, the Molotovs, we talked about them. They've both been used so well by Team Liquid, and Naf's just going to finish it off. The North American #1, the world #1, come to the Major and find their first.
Well, Crazy couldn't get going on the second half, but they've certainly made Liquid sweat. That first half had absolutely everything. Goes right down to the wire, had insane clutches, had great performances, but Liquid is just way too strong on the CT side. Didn't really make any mistakes whatsoever. Elige was absolutely stunning. Twist found some amazing form towards that A-bomb side, and fair play to Crazy. We thought they had a chance in that first half, but Liquid just too powerful right now. The undisputed #1 in the world right now.
Yeah, they just built that wall on the CT side, man. It was just impossible for them to find a way in, despite Nexa's best efforts. I want to point some credit towards the leader there who did. He talked about perhaps a weakness on the T side, not seeing any of that up against some of the harder hitters in the scene.
Yeah, really enjoyed that one. Crazy have got a lot to offer Counter-Strike Global Offensive. They are a great team with a lot of talent, a fantastic in-game leader as well. Nexa finishes on 22 kills there, Alex. What a performance from him.
It really is. That's that. If you look at their path so far, they've taken maps off of North. They beat Dream Eaters and Furia Greyhound in order to get to this stage of competition. And so we want to see just how high their ceiling is. Yeah. Who can Crazy, throw that curveball, throw that spanner in the works of?
They can go toe-to-toe with the big boys. We've seen that now. They've got to this stage of the tournament, the new legends, and I hope they make it through to the final eight because they're such an exciting team. They have a lot to offer. Some younger players as well. They seem to be performing years above their experience. It's a great little team. But Liquid, it's nice to see that really dominant performance in the second half. It fills you with hope that the madness has stopped and the upsets are off the menu today.
That will be the first Mirage loss, though, for this roster in the last 3 months. They have just been so dominant, Crazy. They had 9 map spree on Mirage. It's Liquid. Of course it's Liquid to take that spree away from them. But let's go ahead and hear from your winners. Team Liquid take their first here at the Major.
Thank you very much, guys. Congratulations, Nitro. What a strong start here for Team Liquid. It was a best-of-1 against Crazy, who can be a very scary opponent, especially in a best-of-1 format. So what was it like playing against them, as we saw in that first half, especially? It got a little bit close.
I think they were playing with a little bit too much respect on their CT side. We watched their demos, and they were playing super aggressive and stuff like this, and I didn't really see much of that on our T side. We got 7 rounds, but our CT side usually a little bit weaker, and 7 rounds was like, it'll suffice or whatever, but yeah, I thought they were playing a little bit too passive. So.
Well, it worked out. You have this first win under your belt, and when it came to that boot camp that you had after the break, how did it go? Because for some teams, it takes a little bit of time to get back into the swing of things. Yeah,
at the beginning of our boot camp was a little bit rough, but towards the end, we started getting back and practicing our fundamentals and stuff like that. That's what we really liked in the beginning of the boot camp. But towards the end, it got a little bit better, and we were starting to get our confidence back and stuff like that. So it's pretty normal, and we were expecting it. So.
When you're a team that's playing at the very top end, you're winning tournaments constantly. As the in-game leader, what do you even work on, and what do you focus on during practice?
You basically want to just make sure the strats you have that you want to perfect them and make sure they're not anti-stratable. And work on your fundamentals, because in a high tier match, that's what it really boils down to. It's not like having insane strategies or having these insane players. It's like all being on the same page and all just having the same fundamental goal and just working on it in practice is what really helps us.
Well, you guys are showing a very good performance thus far, so congratulations once again with that victory. Let's head back to the desk.